Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's cHB, the one in best of one, and it's another beautiful day for competitive historic Brawl. I thought about giving competitive historic Brawl a week off because we did 3 videos last week while waiting for Meat Hook to get banned, and then I said, you know what? It's my favorite video to make. It's turned the recording session for Friday from just another, you know, kind of end of the week malaise, what are we supposed to play today, into yes, historic Brawl, smashing it, destroying it, crushing everybody who would step into my path. So yes, we're going to do historic Brawl. It makes me happy. Haters, suck it. All right, and then on that note, we're going to do a Paradox Engine Teferi deck. No, we're not going to do that, because while some of you were already typing your hateful Paradox Engine comments, ban Paradox Engine, it should not be legal. I play Commander, it's not legal there. Wah, wah. You guys were already firing up your little keyboards, but look at this, there's no Paradox Engine here. Found I just did not need it. Do I need a win con at all for Teferi who slows the sunset? Absolutely not. The opponents will never, ever stick around to take damage. It's not going to happen. I would like to see how many games we can win where the opponent is never even touched. I bet the number is as many games as we play. I don't know if I've ever dealt somebody lethal damage playing this deck. In fact, I could probably take out any cards capable of dealing damage in this deck and the record would not change. But what are we doing with Teferi who slows the sunset? What kind of commander do we have here? How competitive is Teferi, Teferi affectionately called Teferi WSTSS? How competitive is Teferi WSTSS? Well, really, it's really competitive. The weird thing is that when you get into Brawl and you have access to your commander all the time, mana becomes more important than cards until you have no more cards. So when Teferi, the hero of Dominaria, who pluses to draw a card and make mana, is a very, very, very deadly Brawl commander. But Teferi who slows the sunset is almost better, because if you have an artifact on like an early turn, Teferi who slows the sunset is a mana cheaper and gives you back the same amount of mana, and you don't have to wait till your end step to have it. So generating the mana with Teferi who slows the sunset is so insanely powerful in Brawl. And we have a number of these cheap mana rock artifacts like Guardian Idol, Cold Steel Heart, Arcane Signet, Mind Stone, and Ornithopter of Paradise to generate that mana early, get Teferi down early. We also have artifact lands in the mana base like Razortide Bridge and Treasure Vault and Darksteel Citadel, because then we can untap those because they are artifacts with Teferi who slows the sunset. Once we have our Teferi and we have a bunch of mana, we need sweet places to put it. So open-ended cards that scale well, like Sphinx's Revelation, Nico Ares, and Thassa's Intervention, get played in this deck where they wouldn't otherwise get played. Sweet mana rocks that go way over the top, like Key to the Archive and Gilded Lotus, get played because they can be untapped with Teferi to generate an insane amount of mana. And then we also just have busted stuff we can do with Oath of Teferi getting multiple activations. The Paradox Engine of the deck is not actually Paradox Engine, it's Displacer Kitten. When you combine Displacer Kitten with a Planeswalker commander or a commander with an ETB, and especially one that can draw cards like Teferi kind of can with the -2, or a deck that's just full of little spells like this one, Displacer Kitten can blink the Planeswalker so you get more activations of it over and over again. And while Displacer Kitten is harder to tutor up, it's certainly cuter and totally different. So you guys won't hate on all the nonsense it does at all, because it's so cute. How could you hate it? Come on, guys. Get with the program. We're blue and white, so we get to run sweet tutors like Search for Glory, sweet sweepers like Supreme Verdict, sweet planeswalkers like more Teferis, and we run a whole bunch of ways to either shut down the opponent's commander completely, because this isn't a counterspell absolutely everything deck like some builds. We have Witness Protection, we have Mystic Subdual, we have Tamiyo's Completion. Those shut down commanders very well, but even better is taking control of them with cards like Lay Claim, which probably could see more play, and Embolus's Clutches, which by the way you can tutor for with Search for Glory. So yeah, it's a really cool blue-white control deck. I think the card choices are good for this particular style, and I think that you're going to see why it works so well and so great together in the games. So Let the competitive historic brawl nonsense commence, because it is Friday. Gotta play Brawl on Friday. Let's dive in. Oh yeah, Joe Hayden, patron shout out goes to you. Thank you very much for being a patron at the shout out tier. Check out the link in the description if you are interested in such a thing. covertgoblue.com on Patreon. I said that so wrong. It's patreon.com/covertgoblue. I'll get good at this someday. I am a professional. Joe Hayden, you're very cool. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Friday, gotta play Brawl on Friday.
Greetings, plebs. It's your boy Jenny G coming to you from the beaches of southern Spain. And I'm just chilling here with a bevy, thinking about making some money by shilling some MTGA assistant at ya. So, you want to scheme the arena system? Try drafting with the AI Draft Helper. It helps display card ratings made from data in the extension, and it includes comments from professional players, which can help both new and experienced players get a quick overview of important picks. Oh, that was annoying to read. Basically, literally farm the game for currency so you can get sick wild cards and do the Genians proud. Now, back to my sangria and completions. Toodles, plebs.
All right, opening hand time. No mana rock, but we have an artifact land, which comes into play tapped, and so does Fortress, because this isn't a type. So this is a pretty weird hand. Our opponent is playing Heliod. Heliod cannot be hit by Witness Protection or Mystic Subdual until it becomes a creature, but Farewell is one of the best cards we could possibly have against them. They go first. This is kind of scary, but I'm going to keep it. Get to Farewell. That's the grand plan. Don't be surprised if you see me use a Mystic Subdual to defend Teferi. I wonder if let me know in the comments, should I make a Heliod Sun Crown deck? I think it's a really straightforward game plan. It's a very popular one. I'm not convinced it's like the best for competitive play, but it's probably good enough. It's one of the higher queued aggro decks. But it's also one thing I hate about making life gain decks, quite honestly. Life gain players are such vicious backseat gamers. You should have done this. You have to include this. You've got to do this. I get a lot of that anyway. It comes out to the max if I play any life gain strategy. And then you guys all show just what life gain Andys and Andreas you are. Let's go ahead and flash in a Subdual on that Vanguard. But we can do it on the opponent's turn, because they might commit the Heliod. Yeah, here it comes. Okay. So, we could also turn off the life gain by putting the Subdual on the Princess. Take 3, untap, Witness, protect this. It's not the worst. Aha, no life gains. They're still working on that devotion though. Yeah, our plan for the Heliod is Sunset. Sunset? Farewell. Same diff, right? All right, let's see if they turn on Heliod with a play here. They're on 3 devotions, so a double white card will do it. And there are plenty that fit the bill in this deck usually. War Leader is definitely one of them. We go to 15. So, this turn I'm probably bouncing that War Leader, just to continue to delay the situation and try to get to the Farewell. Would love it if they handed out some lifelink with their Heliod so they didn't have the mana to replay the War Leader. That is not the play yet. So this is when it attacks. So yeah, we'll bounce now. No attacks. They forgot that they could hit me with the legitimate business person. They have Archon. Okay, they're back. How do we make sure we get 1 mana next turn? The memory deluge is probably the best way. How much are we taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 15. It's unlikely they can kill us. We might hit a tapped land, so I'm going to do it now. Displacer Kitten, Intervention, Bastion. Our white-blue assortment's pretty good. So let's keep you. We keep the Kitten. I don't really have anything to pair with it right now, but it's kind of a busted card. I'm going to keep it. And then we play the island. They might play a Redain, so a snow land would enter tapped. If they play a Redain, though, our farewell is really screwed. I don't think they've got it. All right, bring it to me. Bring it all out. Let's give the life gain enthusiast something to be angry about. This stupid control deck. Been taking all my little life gain. Get that princess to an 0-2. The opponent is on a mission to save the princess. What else are you gonna do? Yes, bring it out. Bring it all out. We are so close to dead, but I don't think we are dead. You get a counter. And you get a counter. 3. Could have been 2 if they put the counter somewhere other than the princess. And we still have a war leader to deal with after this, which I guess I don't have an obvious solution to. I have an obvious solution to it. Life is good. Hit them all. Wait, my land! I didn't have to do that! Oh, that wasn't good. Because now I can't play Teferi and untap the artifact land with it and also cast the commit. So I guess I'm playing Teferi and fragmenting the reality of the war leader. Actually, we probably just minus here. Yep. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just did that. I gotta rally. Can't talk trash about life gain if you can't play your own deck, cGB. They might have an ETB gain life thing, so we do it now. Voice of the Blessed. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is a card. That is a magical card. Alright, still can't play the kitten and make it happen. I can play Karn. Karn can get me back the land. Maybe next turn we do that. I always forget about that. Let's plus. And let's pass. Getting an extra activation, though, that untaps another land. That still doesn't fix anything. It does get us up to 7. And then we have this for the future. Ooh. What are we exiling? I guess a land. We could untap another land. So that untaps 3 lands. Not good enough. And I think we can do better if we're patient. Yeah, let's just use the commit on the Voice of the Blessed here. Let's wait and see if the opponent tries to give it lifelink. I can't believe I did that. I just can't believe that. I knew it. I knew it like the second I hit the button. I wasn't supposed to pick artifacts. Knew. That's a 4/4. Let's see what they attack. Go in face. All right, you gonna go for that lifelink? You gonna go for that? So we could take this, go to 3. Teferi gains it back. Then we can Supreme Verdict both of them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. It's fine. It also lets us proliferate Teferi here. Sorry, I'm thinking a lot. I'm now, like, terrified. First of all, no, I'm not sorry for thinking. Second of all, I am terrified of losing to some life gain deck. But I've lost a lot to Heliod. It's not the most uncommon occurrence. It's just this game in particular is what they call a self-inflicted wound.
You will not.
All right, give me that. And boom. All right. The planeswalkers are here, and then it's going to be time to oath. Baird, what do you do? I haven't seen you in forever. You just can't attack you unless they pay 1. No problem. I have no intention of attacking you. I'm going to just make you suffer. Key. Oh my. Oh my. All right. It's time to get crazy. Here's a kitten. Kitten? Meow? Plus. This. That. This. cHB, what are you doing? You could have done a different order and done X, Y, and shut up. I got this. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm a billion light years ahead of my own brain. Oh, come on, opponent. I got a lot more actions than this. Don't rope me now. I've got so many cool things to do. Son of a... Okay, so we play the key. We trigger the kitten. The kitten blinks the Teferi. The Teferi comes in now with the ability to use its abilities again. The Teferi pluses. It untaps the key and it untaps a land. It plays the arcane signet. We float mana with the key. It's blink the Teferi. Teferi comes back. Then we plus it, we untap the key again, we untap the land, then we play Oath of Teferi. Now we get 2 activations and another blink of Teferi, and we do it until we have no spells in our hand, and we make a whole bunch of mana. But then we use memory, and we reshuffle, and then we use the memory deluge, and we probably just go infinite that turn. Jodah. We'll keep it. We've got the mana rock into Teferi start, even though we're on the draw, which is significantly riskier. Sparrow's headquarters. All right, let's see you get your 5 colors together for your cascading legendary machine, Jodah the Unifier. That card cannot be allowed to stand. Too powerful. All right, they do have blue mana. Could counter this. I ain't got nothing else to do. Rhythm of the Wild. All right. No countering their creatures. That could be an issue. In that case, we'll just drop it to Teferi. Hope that whatever they play for 4 doesn't have too much haste. Oh, wait. Do we minus here? No. The mana could be very powerful. Even though we don't have anything to do, they don't know that. It might make them change their play. And just having this on the battlefield next turn to have a whole bunch of mana could let us do really nutty things with Oath of Teferi and Teferi Hero of Dominaria. Lagrella. Does that hit planeswalkers? Target creatures. Okay. Lagrella is just coming down here to do some offense. All right, baby. We're gonna gain 1 life from that. It's gonna be great. All right, plus you plus. Oh wait, gotta tap it first. Plus you. They might have Jodah coming down, which is really bad, and I don't have an easy fix except to Teferi the sucker. But you do what you can do. Bring that back, gain that life. Oh, that value. But that's a tapped World Tree. We get another turn before Jodah just dominates this game. And that's one of the challenges of the deck. Jodah is a pretty amazing card. But Jodah isn't easy to cast on curve every time. Witness Protection. Sweet. Alright, now we have a whole bunch of mana. And 2 Teferis. What could go wrong?
Sorry, I may hold that thought.
What? No.
Keep up the pace.
No, deck. No, deck. That's too powerful. What the hell? It's not quite enough, is it? Not for all runs Epiphany. That's too bad. But we get to play Oracle of the Alpha. It's too bad Black Lotus isn't legendary, or we could search for it. And let's go ahead and cast you. We're gonna untap a lot of lands anyway. All right. I think if the opponent sees an Bolus's clutches, they might be intimidated. I'm trying to think of what would absolutely tilt them the most. Yeah, let's show them a clutches. You play your commander, we'll steal it. Your go. Oh my gosh, what a turn. Yep. Yep. Sheoldred the Apocalypse. We have the negate for the Peer into the Abyss. We have some creatures that will probably die. Mystic Subdual for the Sheoldred. Easy keep. Oh yeah, we are ready for the Apocalypse. Gifted Aetherborn. Don't think I need to deal with it right away. Let's avoid taking 3 damage here. Nightmare, we draw. That is a frustrating card, though. However, we drew the Signet. The Signet is good. Holding up Negate isn't any good. Holding up Subdual is fine, but we still hold up Swords. I think we just play the Signet, and since they're going to look at our hand anyway, we play this Hallowed Fountain and we say go. I'm in no rush to deal with the Aetherborn. It's not a card that scares me. That's the kind of card that's not great in Historic Brawl. Alright, they take the Swords. They slam the Sheoldred. Alright, draw step. Actually, I probably want to get Teferi down here. So we'll take the 2. Do I want to get this down? Opponent can still attack it for 4. It's a bit of a tough call, but I guess then we're still in pretty good position. And as long as we untap with it and get some use out of it next turn, I'm a happy guy.
Someone call for a hero?
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Don't really care about the life. I want them to commit to their attack. They also know about the Aganjo. So, like, we could kill the Gifted Aetherborn this turn instead of nuking the Sheoldred. So I like giving them tough choices. Enrica. Do we care? What are you gonna do? Okay. Probably just draw. Yeah. Don't really care about their life total. We're not going to beat them with their life total. We're going to bore them to death. All right, Iganjo is now reserved for Henrika, so I'm glad we saw that. Let's take Sheoldred down a peg. All right. Kitten time? Defended by counter spells? Seems pretty good. Do I need to scry here? We're going to untap, but I'm going to want more mana. Let's untap. All right. What you gonna do about the kitten? Dread presence. What if I told you, and bear with me on this one, what if I said no? 2 damage to any target. Okay, but what if they target the kitten and I respond with like a disallow? No. I'm trying to figure out the best way to use this kitten. Because we're probably going to lose it to the Henrika. And I was thinking I'll disallow that trigger. It was going to be sweet. Alas. Alas. We bring this back. It starts with 4 loyalty. They still attack it to death, but they have to attack it with more. Does that really matter? Is that what matters in this situation? Interesting that we can blink the subdual, but it's probably not useful. Well, I'm ready to negate nothing, so that's fun. Yeah, probably should have just put the loyalty on the Teferi then. I don't know what I'm so worried about. All right, opponent sacrifices their Sheoldred. I could have shifted the subdual to the Henrika so that that ability never triggered.
Matter of time.
But then they would just attack? I don't know, man. That's kind of a tough spot. I'm not sure what I was supposed to do. I do know... I play you again? We do have to clear these creatures, and we're drawing too many lands. Alright. Let's dig. Sure. Seems good. Here's Agent of Raffine, which is something nobody likes. Now, if they replay Sheoldred, the Sphinx's Revelation gets a lot more painful. So I'm hoping that they hate this Agent of Raffine or something enough. Rankle, Jesus. A lot of very powerful creatures they put in their version. It's very annoying. Yep, no blocks.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Where are the wraths? And let me keep the agent. And see what they do since we already hit our land drop. Maybe they play around settle. But we do Gray Merchant. Good lord. Yeah. It's like the all creature build. A little sensitive about settle, I guess. Down to 5. We've got to find a wrath now. They're at 50. Discard and sacrifice. Okay. Karn's Temporal Sundering won't do it. Yeah, we might just be dead to a bunch of creatures out of Sheoldred, which is kind of embarrassing and kind of sad, really. But that's where we are. They just played good creatures and we drew no removal. Okay, if we discover the formula, can we find a way to stay alive? Right now they're threatening 8. If they pump 9, this is 10. So I guess we make them go for it. They might play cautiously, many do. So I think we just play this. Also, if they try to put lethal on the stack, maybe discover the formula will find us what we need. Or we could just do it now and maybe we hit a wrath. It would be 3 mana. But it does embolden them to go for it. Yeah. We do it now. Verdict, easy. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. Shelly? Veto. Veto Shelly is a scary combo. Fell Stinger. Sack Veto. Okay. They picked up 2 cards. We've got the Sundering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sundering is 5. Can't play it yet. Mana Dork would do it. If we solve the equation, what do we get? We already cast Sphinx's Revelation. I need a lot of value. Maybe I just hold it. We already played Seagate Restoration too, so a lot of like our best card advantage cards are gone. I think I'm just going to start working Tome. Duress, okay. Pretty good. Got their Sign in Blood, nice. But now we know Sheoldred's coming. But we have a Jwari for it, but they'll have the 1 mana. So we need to stop Sheoldred. One of my favorite cards for such a job. Black Market Connections. Good one. Very good one, but a little slow. And that's our saving grace, I think. There we go. You know what's better than Black Market Connections? This guy.
I know what must be done.
The other Teferi. Ooh. $48-7. Yeah, we don't care about their life total. We go first against Raffine. Raffine is always a tough matchup. They usually have a good combination of pressure and counter magic, like kind of a tempo deck, and they have incredible card selection because of their commander's connive ability. They're also pretty hard to race. They throw in cards like Healer's Hawk. Wonder if I offer them a trade with the Sentinel though. Nope. I could humiliate the Hawk and kill it, but I'm not an aggressive deck. I can let my opponent try to make their 1 mana 1/1s good with their other cards. I'm going to try to ignore them until my life total is like, 4. And when Healer's Hawk was in Standard, it was one of the most popular cards on ladder. Because, oh my gosh, Bird with lifelink. Wowie zowie. I'm telling you guys, I made an art form of how long I could ignore like flocks of Healer's Hawks. It's like, okay, I guess they have lethal next turn. I'm trying to decide now whether or not to humiliate this Geist. But humiliation's about the only thing I have against the Raffine, so I think I try to ignore this as well. I don't love it. My opponent is playing all these creatures. Okay, they're going to combat. We're going to try to take it out then. Double strike is a lot. And I'd rather not deal with it. If they counter this or do something about it, maybe we get a draw off the Sentinel and we waste their turn. So, kind of a win-win. Rebirth. You're going to bring it back from the graveyard? Sure. Doesn't attack us this turn. Oh, it lost all abilities. LOL. Nice. That's right, it loses all abilities. That's how the card works. Alright. Another little 1/1. This one can counter what? Instant or sorcery spell. So, we can get Teferi down and untap some land and get that going. Having a big mana advantage against them should be very good. We can also play this Teferi and set them back. I think this is best against Raffine, though. If we minus it here with a couple of 1/1s, they're going to pressure it very effectively.
This is a serious situation. You can still have a little fun.
Can't block anyway. Okay, so they run the Ziggurat. That means they play a lot of creatures. This is probably like a Thalia style Raffine list. Also means we shouldn't worry too much about spell pierces. It could happen, but definitely doesn't have to happen. All right. Two disturbed creatures in the graveyard. Fun. Commit. Well, we definitely want to shut this down. The question is which way to do it. Instant or sorcery? Instant or sorcery? Alright, I'll lock Raffine up for a while. Our Teferi is going to take a little beating, but then hopefully we get to play the other one. No respect for my open mana. Hopefully we punish them for that later in the game. Okay, 1/1 flying vigilance, land, Denic, sure. Opponent making things happen. Missed the damage though. Let's see if we can get a card here. By bouncing the Hawk and setting it back to normal. Maybe we can hit some land? Yes. Now we just need to find a sweeper. Yeah, Esper Sentinel has not been a good card for this specific matchup.
Only time will tell.
All right. Non-creature spells can't be countered. The thing is, I think all of their spells are creatures. They missed damage again. Gotta read that Mausoleum Wanderer. It's a tricky card. I've definitely missed damage with it. It's a lot of creatures. Not afraid of committing to the board, are ya? No, you are not. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, +1/+1. That's pretty good. I didn't foresee that being a thing with Raffine, and here we are. All right. I try to tome up some fogs or ponders and see if we can make our situation a little better. Light of Hope for life. Not bad. And all their creatures fly. All right, this is going to be an interesting game for sure. Alright, they found the attack step. If a creature dies, they get this. I don't think they're going to counter this, but you never know. I guess I'll just wait. 13. Would you like to play some more creatures? Death Touch Lifelink. Whenever at your end step, if a creature died. I mean, I'm going to try gaining 4. I wonder if they'll sack the Wanderer. Okay. Hey, it's on the ground. We can block it. 6 mana. Let's go to Teferi. I need you to absorb some of this hate for me.
Sorry, I'm late. Let's skip to the good part.
Another land. Fog. There we go. We're doing it. Everybody? Even you? Okay. I guess I'll take this block while I can get it and hold the fog. They're ignoring Teferi. They're ignoring Teferi. You don't get that every day. Sigs? Sure. All right. Let's go, buddy. Discover the formula. I was gonna play Displacer Kit in this turn, but now I can discover the formula and fog. That's probably better. Let's do it on our turn, or at least try to. The opponent can sacrifice this to make me pay one more. They might have a counter. Agent of Raffine, Subdual. Good stuff. Swords. Really good stuff. Alright, these are mana of any color. Let's untap blue. And let's discard 2 cards. What should they be? What should they be? Don't think Pact is really great, but you never know here. Kitten's about to come alive. Tail's End, I don't think so. And Agent, I don't think so. Nico could still have an important part to play if we're getting outvalued. Maybe I should have let Nico go instead of Agent. I did forget that they were going to get a clue there. Going face. Here's Fog. Resolves. Nice. We can try for swords, but they'll sack their Mausoleum Wanderer to counter it. So let's go for a subdual on Denick. Enough clues already. And we could have even done that in our end step if we had been thinking a little better.
Keep up the pace.
Counterspell. Tome goes. Duress. 2 cards in hand. I think we can afford to take a look, but you know what? Let's play the kitten first. Link the tome. Luris and Sailor, they are holding something back. That Sailor might come down. Okay then, that is a little scary. Okay, let me untap my lands. I think I should commit that. Put that 2 cards away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Alright. If I use this now, then use this, then untap the tome. I don't have the mana to do it again. But I don't want to give them those cards. I guess we just counter it. Could move the subdual. Could move the subdual. Doesn't really change much. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Don't want to use this right now. We'll just target the cat. Now they have Luris. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Depends what the other card they draw is. They can also they can use the Wanderer to counter the commit. Yeah, flyers be flying. Let's see what we get. It might be a fog. Giant growth. LOL. Down to 2. No Luris. Oh man, every life point could matter. I should not do this. I'm thinking about giant growthing the kitten on end step to untap the tome and get another card. But life is too important, right? Teferi threatening ultimate. Let's go. Another swords. Assault strobe. How much damage can we do? Double striking kitten, anybody? Oh, goodness gracious. How do we survive this turn? Well, one thing that we can do is buff our kitten to the moon, then swords it. That is an option. In fact, I'm not even sure it's a bad one. Let's keep trying to find a fog, though. That's the easy way out. Duress. Okay. They've got something there. Let's see what it is. Skycleave Shade. All right, they're just holding back. They're a coward. Dark Ritual. For playing all these spells, huh? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can kind of get there, can't we? Poor little kitten. Poor kitten. Opponent is scared. They're blocking. We love that. Oh, my last... So, with that block, maybe my last thing should have been to move the Mystic Subdual. That would have been a good play. That would have been a good play. Oh well. Can't overthink it now. Sorry, kitty. It's been a good run. I must survive. Sure. Sure. Yep, that's a buff. I do need this thing to go. Is this the target? I guess it's the biggest one now. I take 1 for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna recycle or discard. Okay. Should have responded to this on the stack. It is what it is. A lot of mistakes for me in this game. A lot of bad mistakes. But this does free up commit. Yep. That does not happen if I respond to the Denic. correctly. Trying to knock me to 1. I'm about to ult this Teferi, though. Commit, ult Teferi. That is stuff. I think we go to 1. Land. They're still just not going for it, are they? Draw. All right, gotta commit something. What do we commit? This might come up. If they have any non-creature spells in the deck, it might come up. Oh my god. Can you believe they ignored Teferi?
According to plan. I suppose that's how I do not do this lightly.
3, so it's got to be blue here. All right, do it. To the moon. We've got the emblem. It's an exile for every draw. Swords, memory lapse swords, time warp? Oh my god. Get him! And we're at 1. Can we make the blue mana? No. Do we get the blue mana? All right, let's clear the mana pool since they floated. Make them play it now if they've got it. They've got rattle chains. Okay, a lot of options there. And I don't have a way to gain life here. I can make a treasure. 1, 2, make treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, I can play time warp off the treasure. This resolves. Right? I'm not crazy. Hold on. Let's do it before anything else happens and make sure I actually have the right amount of mana. All right, so if I activate for 1. Oh my goodness, this is gonna work. I'm not dead. 1 is not 0. Get out. And good night. Oh my god. If you had told me there was going to be a Teferi ultimate in this game, I would have said probably the other Teferi, and I was wrong. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and 8-0 on this particular stomping with Teferi, who slows the sunset, the WSTSS Teferi. It's got a really catchy ring to it. You might look at the numbers and say, but cHB, it says you're on the play once and on the draw 6 times. Yes, that's how you know that somebody scooped on turn 0 when the stats tracker, MTG assistant, by the way, doesn't even know if they were on the play or the draw. And we were on the draw 6 times. So to still be putting up easy wins in historic Brawl when you're on the draw 6 times and on the play once, yeah. The deck is a Heliod contender all the way. An absolute machine, an absolute monster. It doesn't need Paradox Engine, but it could have it. It doesn't need a lot of the other kind of Super Friends type themes, but it could have it. Yeah. This is definitely one of the decks that should be in the Hell queue. The Jodah gamers of the world should be sheltered and hidden. The Heliod gamers of the world should not have to face such carnage. The mono red goblin players should get what they deserve. But I can't recommend enough that if you enjoy this kind of gameplay, if you enjoy Teferi Who Slows the Sunset, if you are a thoughtful, methodical, some would say slow gamer, then I think this deck is perfect for you, because will you get your dailies? Yes. Will you win a lot more than you lose? Probably. And it's a fun, in that way, kind of build. Maybe I'm one of those gamers. So I enjoyed this. And it's good to share a list that can help some people who, like me, enjoy the tiniest little nuance and nice long games of Magic compared to the 5 minutes attack you till you die. So for you guys, this one's for you. You stayed till the end. That is the best thing that you can do, by the way, for the channel, to support the channel, is watch the entire video. So thank you very much, because you're still here. If you would like to support the channel further, some free things that you can do are leave a like, leave a comment, turn on notifications, watch more videos in the future. Those are very awesome. If you would like to support the channel financially, you can hit the join button and get access to live stream VODs. And you also can go to the link in the description, patreon.com/covertgoblue, and check out some sweet perks there, including signed cHB tokens. So go check that stuff out. And thank you very, very much for the support, especially for the competitive historic Brawl videos. cHB, we're making it a cHB tradition, and I love it. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.